Welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
So today we are starting the Slipknot rabbit hole.
That's scary.
Still breaking her in a little bit lightly. This is definitely not the heaviest Slipknot video by far. So this one holds a special place in my heart. It's from '99. I probably heard this for the first time in maybe 2002, somewhere around there. So I was like early teenager. This song is very instrumental in me actually getting into metal in the first place, and was my favorite song for a long time.
So you started listening to that as a kid?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god.
I mean, if I work it out, I was probably like 12, 13, something like that, listening to the song. It's not the heaviest, especially the video, the official video version is the Terry Date or whatever it is version. So it's got the cleaner vocals. But I'm quite excited to introduce her to the wonderful voice of Corey Taylor and the wonderful band that is Slipknot. So let's
hear it.
Let's see what you got.
This song is called Wait For You.
I felt the rise up and kneel down and clear the stone of knees. I wander out where you can't see. Inside my shell I wait and bleed. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of knees. I wander out where you can't see. Inside my shell I wait and bleed. Goodbye, I'm living up our time. The night is brighter this time. Everything is 3D fast for me. My ears are red and gold. The air is standing straight up. This is not the way I picture me. I can't control my shakes. How the hell did I get here? Something about this is very right. I have to live out loud. I wish I didn't like this. Is it a dream or a memory? I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of this. I wander out where you can see. Inside my shell I wait and bleed. Get out of my ear, cause I don't need this. Why didn't I say this? But I'm a bitch, I'm Manchurian candidate. I am sin by just making my mind up and taking your breath away. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of lid. I wander out where you can see. Inside my shell I wait and bleed. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of this. I wander out where you can see. Inside my shell I wait and bleed. Goodbye. You haven't learned a thing. I haven't changed a thing. The blood was in my bones. The pain went down with fire. You haven't learned a thing. I haven't changed a thing. The blood was in my bones. The pain was always fire. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of lips. I wander out where you can't see. Inside the shadow, wait and bleed. I felt the air rise up in me. Kneel down and clear the stone of lips. I wander out where you can't see. Inside the shadow, wait and bleed. Otherwise, for
Short song.
It's not very short. What are they wearing? Why are they covering faces?
Yeah, so that's a Slipknot trademark. They all have their masks, and each album they sort of evolve a bit over time, but still with the same broad theme. Like clown is always clown, but clown looks different each album, or whatever the case may be.
Is there any purpose for that?
As far as I'm aware, they originally started wearing masks to conceal their identity because they didn't want to be like recognized or like famous or whatever the case may be. And for a long time, No one knew what they looked like.
Oh, wow.
Like for multiple albums, and there was always, I remember as a kid seeing like grainy like photos and footage of like that Slipknot, but you could just see like 4 pixels and like nothing else.
I see. So it was the whole mystery, right?
Yeah. But then later on they formed side bands and stuff like that, and eventually you knew what they all looked like. But for in the early days, like it was a big deal as a kid. Like no one knew what Slipknot guys looked like. At least that's how I remember it.
I suppose they were quite young at that time.
I don't know, not particularly. You can let us know in the comments, but I would guess probably in their 30s or something. I don't think they were like kids at the time.
Well, 30s, great. That's not old.
No. But I don't think they were like 18-year-olds or something like that.
I said, okay, fine. But there was like so much movement on the stage, like all this jumping and moving around, and then also in the song, it's like clear voice, and then it's just sort of a hip hop, like very very fast reading. Like
sort of rapping. So that's called nu metal, is the subgenre of metal, and that sort of rapping feel is a trademark of nu metal.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, it was kind of cool, and it is quite an old version of the song, right?
Well, yeah, 99.
Yeah. So why were you so attached to that song in your childhood?
The feeling. So I think being that young, I mean, I hadn't listened to metal for a long time yet. It being vocally accessible, but instrumentally having some grunt, some power, and then sort of like more listenable parts, and then like it just hits like that piece at the end, that breakdown at the end, like
very dynamic.
Oh, like that's one of my all-time favorite breakdowns. Like just let loose. Like since I was a little kid, I've wanted to be at a Slipknot concert for that part, the end of Wait and Bleed.
Okay. Well, it can be quite inspiring, like all this, the dynamic and energy.
Lyrics now, okay, it comes at you very quickly there. As you said, it has that nu metal like rapping feel to it. I don't know if you were able to pick up anything, or just you got the lyrics in front of you there. Just reading through it, does anything stand out to you?
Well, that's kind of why I asked what age, how old were they? Like Wait and Bleed. I think it's like the song is quite dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the drama is even seems a bit exaggerated sometimes. And to me, it's like Wait and Bleed, and it talks about I wander out where you can't see inside my shell. I wait and bleed. So on the one hand, like there is this loneliness and separation from everyone, and being just stuck inside my shell where I have all those powerful emotions, which he literally screamed at you. But these emotions are sort of hidden from everyone, and the way that they're wearing masks, it's kind of I'm
inside
there.
your shell.
Yeah, I'm hidden behind that mask.
Cool.
That's also why I asked. But then it talks about hate. I don't really understand like what this hate is addressed towards. Possibly something happened, but this hate is sort of uncontrollable from what I get from the lyrics. So it's just there, it's uncontrollable, it's happening to me. I don't want it to happen to me, but it's there. So it is kind of a feeling of a teenager, like young man, when you are not in full control of your emotions, and when surroundings influence a lot at what you're like, at what place you are emotionally, and basically all the outside sees is maybe that hate, because because it's not in the shell, it's out there, and I can see myself like hating. I don't like this picture, but that's what happened, and I can't do anything with it. And nobody knows behind that mask of hate that I'm wearing that actually I'm really hurt inside and vulnerable. And I'm sort of trying to scream it out, but nobody can hear it out of the shell. So it is a bit sad. Yeah, but obviously all those powerful emotions, they kind of keep you on edge the whole song, and yeah, I can definitely relate to that, like remembering parts when that was also true for yourself. I imagine everyone had some moment when they didn't like what they saw in their mirror, but sometimes like those bad that bad image in the mirror, it's not because you're a bad person, but because you are trying to hide like more vulnerable feelings.
So, growing up, people always said that this song was basically about suicide. Yeah. Now, I'll show you the bits in the song that to me do point that out, and I'll show you a little bit of a tweak that I think I see in the song. You can see if you agree with me. So basically the way that people describe the song to be is this person wants to commit suicide, like they feel the hate rising up in them, and they like the bits of I wipe it off on tile, so it's like being on like the bathroom floor or something like that, like covered in blood. But they reach a point of regret, so they've wanted to do it, they've now done it, and there's now no coming back, like this is it, they're about to die. And then in those moments of being about to die, they feel the regret of now wishing they hadn't done it, but it's too late to come back from the edge. And like throughout the song, it feels like a dialogue between like two things, like them and me. But the twist that I kind of wonder is, instead of them and me, is it actually just me and myself? It's like two personalities or two versions of myself, which basically ties into that first theme of like person A is the person that wanted to commit suicide, but then person B is the person, oh no, what have I done? There's a specific line, let me just find it here. So where it says, you haven't learned a thing, I haven't changed a thing. The flesh was in my bones, the pain was always free. So there's clearly like two people there, but I think the two people are actually just you.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's why there's this goodbye here.
Yeah, so exactly, the goodbye is this is it, goodbye. There's no coming back. And I mean, the goodbye it's a screamed goodbye, like that's the final moment before dying.
It's just so, I don't know, for me it's hard to imagine this about being about suicide and being so dynamic. You know, like when the person has so much, like the storm of emotions. For me it's hard to imagine the person would just, let it all go. Because if you think about suicide, it's, okay, I'm not a medical expert, but in my mind it's associated with depression. But when you have like all those emotions, it's not like it's not the way that you don't care about anything. When you have all those waves coming at you, you definitely care about stuff. Maybe it upsets you, maybe you hate it, but it's something that you would definitely feel alive from. Yeah, but there are definitely more than one explanation for each song, and each person sees something different.
Yeah, like the context of everyone's life is different. So depending on what you're going through, you're gonna take different things from different songs. That's the beauty of art, as you always say.
Yeah, the beauty of art is that it continues creating art, sort of. Because everyone sees something different. You don't have to see what the original writer, the idea that the original writer wanted you, but you just have some kind of your own association with that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for watching. Let us know what you think, and I would personally love to do some more Slipknot. So let me know what Slipknot you would like her to react to.
Yes, hope you enjoyed it.
See you soon.